critical condition, but we have not had any deaths.
Have you ever seen anything like this in Boston before?
I haven't seen anything like this anywhere before, actually. These kinds of events are things that we drill for and practice for and get ready for, but you don't really expect you're ever going to see it.
Doctors, your team are performing well?
Our team was really well drilled and practiced before this, so it assembled quickly, and even at the peak of this, when we had the maximal number of patients, we still had 5 fully equipped, ready-to-go trauma teams in our emergency department, ready to go, so we could have taken 5 more critical patients at any point during this entire thing.
Are any more coming in?
We understand that all of the patients have now been transported, so they should all be in area hospitals.
26 total.
26 total here.
Have you had any people that have lost their limbs?
We haven't had anyone who actually had a loss of a limb, but we have patients whose injuries are severe enough that certainly could result in loss of a limb at the end of the story.
Was the 3-year-old transferred to Children's Hospital, or is that the person? Is that the
yes? SWAT team is
yes.
By here. They are guarding
the 3-year-old was transferred straight over to Children's Hospital.
From sitting right next to the blast
Well, typically with these blast injuries, you tend to get the people who are closer get most of the impact, but you can get people who are fairly far away as well, who will have either shrapnel or some other flying debris will hit them related to it. But generally, in any explosive injury like this, the force that you're subjected to is directly proportional to how close you are to the blast at the time.
How quickly were they brought here? How long before did you have to prepare for the doctor?
We had enough time to prepare. It was very little time. Boston EMS is also very well drilled. We've done citywide drills for this kind of event. And so Boston EMS was very well prepared, and they scrambled their teams. And so the victims were assessed and field triaged and retriaged to the hospitals very quickly. So we had them within minutes.
Dr. I'm sorry, we're live right now. Could you just recap the injuries that you have here?
So here at Brigham and Women's Hospital, we had 26 patients transported. I would characterize 2 of these as critically injured patients and about 8 to 10 more with serious to fairly serious injuries. About half men, half women, ranging in age from teens to 62, with one pediatric, a 3-year-old patient we transported immediately to Children's Hospital.
And what was the injuries on the 3-year-old?
I'm not able to disclose those. I wasn't actually here at that moment, so I don't know what those were.
Any burns?
Doctor, why is...
We did have some patients with burns, including one patient with fairly significant burns.
Doctor, do you know why the SWAT teams are out front and why the lockdown is here?
I don't. Actually, I knew we were locked down because we typically do that, even in drills like this. But I've been in taking care of the patients, so I don't know anything more than that.
There's a report here that the suspect in the bombing is here. Is that correct?
I don't know anything about that either. We've just been taking care of the patients.
Can you describe the injuries to the patients? You have 26 patients here?
Yeah, some patients have fairly minor injuries, so really just blast injuries, so their eardrums are kind of damaged, and some minor orthopedic injuries. We have patients who have fractures that could be sustained lots of different ways, like in car accidents and things like that, and goes all the way through to patients with really substantial limb injuries and some patients with torso injuries and burns that are really significant.
Did you repeat again? We're live on Channel 5, 26 injured here at the Brigham. You said it. I asked you if you've ever seen anything like this in Boston.
No, I've never seen anything like this anywhere before. You know, we practice in emergency medicine and surgery, and even as a hospital as a whole, we practice for this over and over again, but we've never seen anything like this here.
I feel like you have a handle on it right now, and the team's doing well.
Yeah, we're completely on top of it here now, and we never really felt like we weren't on top of it. Fortunately, with even a few minutes to prepare, if you're a well-drilled team, you can assemble quickly. It was the daytime, which helped a lot. We had a lot of people here, and we were able to form up teams and provide individual care really of the highest quality to all of the patients who arrived.
How many doctors would you say you have working in this situation?
I couldn't even count, but I think at our peak we probably had 45 or 50 physicians and surgeons in there.
We're going to need to get him back inside now, folks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.